research this morning from AAA this time says that automatic emergency braking systems in modern cars may not be as safe as we think.
Yeah, the technology only works in limited situations, something many drivers are finding out after it's too late. Tony has more in today's Behind the Wheel.
More than 80% of cars on the road today have some sort of AEB, or automatic emergency braking, and that number is growing.
For next year, for the 2023 models that are actually coming out now, it'll be close to 99%.
And that's great news because, as you can see in this AAA testing, it really works, but only in the two very specific conditions it was designed for.
And it was designed to either reduce the severity of rear-end crashes at slow speeds or prevent them altogether.
Rear-end crashes at slow speeds, but that's it. Otherwise, it doesn't do much good.
It fails miserably in lots of other driving situations, especially crashes that occur in intersections.
For example,
you have the green light, you're going through the intersection, another car runs the red light, crosses in front of you. Your vehicle with automatic emergency braking is not going to detect that vehicle coming at you in a T-bone crash.
Also,
when a driver is making a left-hand turn in an intersection, it can't detect that. So that crash is still going to occur even when your vehicle is equipped with automatic emergency braking.
but again, that's not what the technology was designed for. I mean, your seatbelt doesn't make a very good necktie, but it's not supposed to.
Automatic emergency braking was designed to work in preventing or making rear-end crashes at slow speeds less severe.
So the problem isn't really the technology, it's the name. What it really should be called is the Rear Crash Mitigation at Slow Speed System, which is accurate but doesn't exactly roll off the tongue.
If you're buying a car and it's called rear-end crash mitigation at slow speed compared to automatic emergency braking, those paint entirely different pictures.
AAA urges automakers to improve the technology and testing protocols. As drivers, we owe it to ourselves and those around us to understand how our cars' safety features really work.
Well, you need to know what these technologies can do, and probably more importantly, what they can't do.
Tony Martinez, Fox 12 Oregon. See, I have a hunch
Wow.
that most people have a very vague, at best, idea of what their cars really can and can't do. And if you have something called automatic emergency braking, you think, I'm cool, I'm fine.
That
But you're
video
not.
was so interesting. And, you know, I mean, clearly, we've said it a million times, there's no replacement for just being aware and behind the wheel and paying
and
attention.
I said before, it's like a flashlight. You know, the beam kind of goes in a very specific direction. So it's not, you know, picking up cars coming from the side or kind of turning at the last second. So
Is there, do you think there's a certain point in cars with all these features that just make you less focused?
I totally agree with this, and I've talked to Marie about this before. I think the more we rely on these systems and the better they get, the less we're involved in the process. So we're kind of, you know, relying on them more than we really should.
Well, a perfect example of that is GPS. I mean, I can't find my way to certain places that I don't go to very often because I just rely on GPS to get me there.
Yeah, if you have teenagers who drive and you try to tell them where to go, they go, Dad.
How do I get home?
GPS.
Excuse me.
Wow, great story though.
Yeah,
Tony.
really
Good
interesting.
reminder.
I've got an off-air GPS story to share with you. Mrs. Carson would not want me to share this on the air.
Here we go.
If you see me in the street, on the street, I'll tell you about it.